Okay. All right. Well, that's an interesting question. To be honest with you, I don't do jack shit to my hair. I don't straighten it. I don't put anything in it. I don't know. I don't know. I honestly, my hair's straight, so I don't straighten it. I don't really do much to it at all. So I'm sorry, I can't be of more more help to you than that. I guess I'm just lucky. Good genes. Thanks. I guess that's FCKMS. Fuck Miss Atlanta. I guess that's what I'm not sure how you say that, but great. Thanks for the compliment, man. Appreciate that. Josh, you still there? Looks like I lost him again. We keep losing each other. It sends us one. Got two tattoos of hell yeah. Showed them to Kyle at Sturgis. I would love to make it back to Iron Horse. So we love playing Sturgis. That's a great place. I got to go for a killer ride that day too. That we used a couple of bikes off of the Indian setup out there. Me and my video guy took a couple of their bobbers and took off into Whitewood and all that and had a great day. So I would love to get back there, man. Josh Rhodes, what's up, buddy? Josh Rhodes, in case you don't know who that is, he does this amazing artwork. He carves it out of wood, like hand carving, and he uses a small jigsaw to do it. He makes these incredible portraits. I've got one of Vinny and of Dime that I purchased from him. Actually, Jess purchased one for me for a Christmas present of Vinny, and I bought the Dime one to have the matching one. But if you haven't checked him out, Josh Rhodes 80, go to his site. He's got incredible works up there for sale. Kyle Kennedy 87, what's up, man? Reading, Pennsylvania. Yeah, we're going to get there for sure, man. I know it's going to get rerouted. We just have to figure out the dates. Look forward to meeting you too, bro. Is there any unreleased Hellyeah tracks that will be released in the future? We have to dig back through some of the stuff we've done with Kevin. I think there might be some songs that were never finished or at least mixed. Or yeah, I'm sure there's probably some stuff. It just depends on when we'll get to those. But I'm sure there's a few tracks out there that Vinny played on that we haven't put out yet. I'm not sure what state they're in and how far along they are. So we'll have to go back and look. Right now, we're not really thinking too much about recording or another album or anything yet. We're just trying to get through this one and do the best we can without Vinny. So it might take a minute for us to get around to that, but we'll figure that out as we get down the road. Easy to remember 88. Yeah, we're trying to get back down to Australia. We really want to get down there for sure. Just waiting this out like everybody else. Thanks, Champagne Carlene. Appreciate that. Mudvayne Megan, what's up? How you doing? Josh, I will. I'll send you a picture, man. I would be honored to have you do a portrait of me, man. The stuff you do is incredible. Good to hear from you, Mudvayne Megan. How are you, Megan? You good? Hope you're doing all right through all of this. Gerard Turnbull, how did I get the hell yeah gig? So that's a crazy story too. Vinny and I had become friends. He had a house out here in Vegas as well as Dallas, and he spent a lot of time out here, more than in Dallas towards the end. Like he loved it out here in Vegas, and so we were really close friends for quite a while before I even joined the band. And he used to come see me play. I played with at the time. In fact, I still play with Frankie Perez. He's a singer that, if you don't know who he is, he's incredible. Frankie with a Y, Perez. He's on Instagram. Check him out. He sings with right now he's with a band called Deadland Ritual, which has Steve Stevens on guitar and Geezer Butler on bass. They're killer. He also sang with Apocalyptica for a minute and did a record with them. Anyway, we played together a lot, and so Vinny used to come out all the time to see us play. And when they were doing Blood for Blood, he started bringing Tom with him, and they had just parted ways with Greg and Bob Zilla at the time. And it's funny, I didn't really even think about the possibility of that happening. I just was doing my thing and hanging with him. I got to know Tom quite a bit during that period, and we connected really well. And he would come out and see me play all the time with Frankie. And then the next thing I know, he gave me a call. It was actually Tom that called me about the gig. And I mean, of course, he had talked to Vinny about it, but I guess those were kind of my auditions. Really, it was him coming to see me play with Frankie, and he called me and asked me if I was interested in doing the gig. And so that's kind of how that came about. It was really great. I'm grateful that I got that opportunity. I love all those boys dearly, and the fact that I got to play with Vinnie Paul for the 5 years that I got to play with Vinny is just an amazing thing to be able to say that I got to do. Not many people got to do that, and he was such an influence on me. His brother, there's another big influence. Dime was a huge influence. Pantera was everything when I was a teenager. They were just larger than life, one of my favorite bands. So to get to do that with Vinny was so special and amazing. And with all the guys, they're all just wonderful guys, man. Kyle and Tom and Chad and now Roy, of course. So there you go, Gerard. Any bands that I haven't toured with that I'd like to tour with? Yeah, I mean, there's a ton of them. I mean, Metallica. Hell, I'd love to do a tour with Metallica. That would be an amazing tour to be a part of, I think. We toured with Avenged Sevenfold. That was the first tour I did. That was awesome. Those guys are great. We've toured with Five Finger and Volbeat. Those guys are great. Slayer, that was amazing. I got to watch Slayer play every night. I don't. I would love to do a tour with Black Label. I think that would be a great tour as well. I would love to see that happen. Zach's amazing. In fact, all those guys are amazing. We love that entire band. They're all great guys, and hopefully someday we can make that happen. Cat Marie Z, what's going on? How are you? I'm still here. Kyle Kennedy, what Hellyeah song would you like to see guitar covers of? Man, I'm down to see any of them. Whatever your favorite one is, if you want to learn it and track it out, tag me in it. I would love to see that, man. I'm always flattered and honored when people want to learn the guitar parts of the songs we've done. It's still a trip to me to have people want to do that. I grew up doing that with all my favorite guitar players, so it's definitely an honor when people post things like that and do things like that. So I want to see whatever your favorite songs are. From any of the records I was on. I played on Welcome Home and on Undeniable, and so obviously those are two of my favorites. But and Blood for Blood, because I just love that record. I toured that. I joined that right after they finished it and toured that record. So that stuff's so fun to play. Scott the Redneck Johnson. Yes, I do remember that. I do remember signing that picture for that little girl. Luke asked where his PJ pants are at. I haven't seen Luke on here, so I don't know if he's on here or not. But they're lost in the mail, buddy. Talk to UPS. They're in a box somewhere, and UPS doesn't seem to know where the hell it is. So go UPS. Great job. Miss you too, Megan. We can't wait to see you guys. Can't wait to see you hopefully soon. Yeah, I know. I am part Aussie. My mom was born in Adelaide, so I've got family down there in Adelaide and Melbourne, and I actually lived in Surfers Paradise for about 8 months when I was 14. I went to school out there for a little bit, so I've spent quite a bit of time down in Australia. It's so beautiful down there. Quarantine is going. That's how it's going. It's great. It's given me time to get stuff done around the house and around my studio, and spend a lot of time with Jess and the dogs, and just kind of catch up on things. So it's not all bad. There's good coming out of it too. Scott, she's wondering what happened to it. The picture that we signed. I I mean I have no idea, but assume she got it back after we signed it, right? I'm not sure, man. Adrian Rosenbush, what lessons did you learn from your time with Vinny? That's a great question, man. I learned so much about the business and how to handle yourself, man. I think the biggest thing I could say I took away from playing with Vinny and being around Vinny was number one, enjoy your life and have a good time, man, because it's so short and you really don't know how long you're here for, and you don't know what happens afterwards. So live it for now, and enjoy your life, and live it to the fullest, man. And then be gracious to people. Vinny was one of a kind, man. He took time for everybody all the time. He always took the picture. He always signed whatever it was people wanted to have signed. He always had the conversation. He always took the time, and he knew that without the people that support the band and supported him, that he wouldn't have any of this. So I think that's one of the biggest lessons that anybody that knew Vinny could take away from knowing him, is that just remember to take time for people, and be gracious to people, because at the end of the day, we're all the same. We all do different things with our lives, and have different paths, but at the end of the day, we're all the same, and we all need to look out for each other and take care of each other. Angel Face Designs, how you doing? What's going on? Thanks, Kat. Appreciate that. Real Jake Cross, what's a good quality of the guitar of guitar that doesn't totally break the bank? Well, God, man, that's every company makes some lines that are good, like any of the major companies. Like obviously, I'm going to say Dean. Dean has some entry level guitars and mid level guitars that are great, and you can probably get into those for under $1,000. Anywhere from 500 to 800 bucks for a decent entry level guitar from them, and they make great stuff for sure. But there's a lot of companies that do that. So Josh Rhodes, I did see Dime play. I saw him play several times, man, and he was incredible. I saw them here in Vegas at a theater called the Huntridge, which was an old movie theater from back in like the 50s, and it was incredible. It was an incredible show. They they actually these guys yanked out. It still had seats bolted into the floor because it was an old movie theater. So they had the pit area where there were no chairs, and then back past that there were still chairs. And I remember leaving that show and seeing this section of 4 chairs ripped out of the concrete after the show. It was nuts. They were insane. And I saw them on Ozfest, and I saw them later one other time too. I can't remember where it was now, but their Dime was amazing live, and they were all incredible live. It was a great band. Lamb of God, love those guys, killer band. Chazzer, yeah, us and BLS, I would love that. I would love to see that tour, man. I'd love for that to happen. What band and album inspired you the most? God, there's so many. Like I said earlier, Van Halen was a huge one for me. All the Van Halen records, but all the early stuff for sure. Van Halen 1, I think was a huge influence when I first heard that record and started learning stuff from that. Of course, I was born in '76, so that's only 2 years before that record came out. So I obviously discovered it later, but all of those records are incredible. I love '84 too. I think Eddie's guitar work on '84 and Fair Warning are amazing. I mean, really on all of them, he's just a genius. So Gerard, yeah, man, I'm down. Let's get a ride in if I get down to Australia, man. I'm down to ride anytime, man. Love spending time on the bike. Right on, Kyle Kennedy. I'm looking forward to seeing it, buddy. Gotta keep popping up the damn keyboard. Oh, the picture of Vinny, and she gave us the picture of Vinny. Is that right, Scott? Is that what it is? I'm not sure who ended up with that. I don't have it, but I think Chad ended up with it, if I remember right. I think he wanted that. I mean, we all would have wanted it, but I think Chad ended up with it. Steven Ramirez, what's up, buddy? We miss you too, man. Cat, no, I have not seen Tiger King yet on Netflix. I keep hearing about it. I got to check it out one of these days. Hey, Cat. Yeah, I've played bass. I play bass, guitar, a little bit of drums, a little bit of keys. Just different stuff. So yeah, I can play a little bass. Right on, Rafa Bittencourt. I have a D&ML camo. It is just amazing. Yeah, they make great guitars. They really do. I love their stuff. You're welcome, Cassie. I'm honored to be here and chat with you guys. I did Jenny Rock's photos. I did get some new pics made for the start of this cycle, and I have those still. Maybe I'll get some new ones made before this tour. We'll see. But yeah, there's definitely some new pics on this tour. Hmm. Josh, I saw that comment from Dax. Uh, he's such a good dude. I love that guy. Cheap Trick is another one of my favorite bands. I love that band, and I've gotten to know Dax pretty well over the last several years, and he's just a great guy, and always love hanging out. Last time we were out his way. We had dinner together at a place called Thunder Bay Grill, and the food was killer. So yeah, we definitely got to do that again. Hope to see you soon, bro. Ace of Spades in Sacramento. Yeah, we'd love to get back there for sure. Tiger King is awful. I keep hearing everybody talking about it's amazing. I want to see the new season of Ozark. I'm looking forward to that. I love that show. We're up on Better Call Saul and The Walking Dead, of course. So we're watching all those, and I gotta watch Ozark, man. I love that show. I'm excited that's back. I use a really thick guitar pick, man. It's like 1.5 millimeters. I don't like any give in it. I feel like it's more accurate that way. Let's see. So many questions, so little time. I know, man. Let's see. Keisha Haberman. Hi, Keisha. If you can meet one person in history, who would it be and what would you ask them? Wow, that's a really heavy question. I might have to get back to you on that one. That's a good question. I don't want to waste that one on anything frivolous because that's a pretty huge opportunity if you could do that. All right, you guys. Listen, I got to run. It's been fantastic sitting on here and chatting with you guys. I really appreciate all the comments and the questions. I'll do it again soon, I promise. Do you accumulate a lot of fan art on the bus after the end of the tour? Always, yeah. We get a lot of stuff from fans, a lot of amazing gifts, books, pictures, T-shirts, souvenirs, trinkets, and yes, I keep all of them. So I have a good collection of stuff here at my house. We always kind of divvy stuff up at the end of a tour, so everybody gets some things, and we love all of that. So I love you guys. Thank you for being here. Josh, I'm sorry we didn't get to chat more live on the deal, but thanks for having me on, and we'll do it again real soon. You guys be safe through all of this. All right. Practice your social distancing. I think my phone right now is even probably like 6 feet away from me. Wait, hold on. No, but seriously, look out for one another, take care of one another, and be kind to one another. We really need that right now to get through all of this. There's a lot of crazy times going on, and we haven't really seen anything like this before. So we just need a lot of love and compassion out there, and looking out for each other. I love you guys. Take care. Hell yeah.